All right, hey everyone, this is Anthony Scott of Toy Hype USA. I'm here with Cornboy and Eric of 4 Horsemen. How's it going, guys?
Really good. Oh, really good. We're not used to doing this. So. Really good. We're having a good time here at the International Toy Fair 2015. Got to see a lot of cool stuff. They just had the Matty Collector reveals of the new Masters of the Universe stuff that we worked on, and we're here showing off our Mythic Legions figures and some of the new Gothotropolis, or some of the old Gothotropolis figures, and showing off some new Mythic Legion stuff as well.
I just want to say you guys are knocking it out of the park with Masters of the Universe classics. Like Evil Seed, Backdrop, awesome stuff. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're excited. That was the first time we saw a lot of that stuff in full production.
Wow.
And there's a lot of really cool things going on there. A lot of stuff that Mattel design and engineering just nailed this time. You know, things like the loincloths on the female figures that you know, that's been an issue with fans for a long time. They look perfect, exactly like the prototype. So you know, folks should be so excited about that.
So what's going on with Legions? You guys are about a little more than 50% to what you need to get that started. What can fans expect at that line?
Well, yeah, what happened was we were looking for funding of $140,000 to do the line. We got a couple of stretch goals after we hit $140,000, but within 3.5 days, I think, we had hit 50% funding, so we're really happy about that. It's kind of leveled out now, as Kickstarters tend to do, but pretty soon we're going to be adding a few other add-ons that fans have been asking about from the beginning. We've kind of planned out some things that, as the Kickstarter goes, there's going to be more exciting things to get people to jump back in and like change up their orders, just something to create a little bit of excitement for the line. So that'll probably be within the next week or so. We're going to be adding in a few things and have some other surprises that are going to be coming up as well.
That's awesome. And now, Mark, make sure you get a close at the figures behind us, too. So, let's see what we got here. Now, these are all 6-inch figures.
They're going to be. Like, what we're seeing behind us here are prototypes, so they're a little bit larger. They're sculpted, what, maybe 125 or so? But right here we have this is just a scanned and pantographed down version of one of the knights, and this is going to be the actual scale. And as you can see, it's going to fit in pretty perfectly with some of our previous releases.
Yes. Oh, wow.
The ones that you see up here, all the other Mythic Legions figures, they're sculpted a little bit larger as prototypes, so we'll have to pantograph them down to this scale so they fit in. And they also fit in with some of your other action figure lines that are out there right now, from like Masters of the Universe and some of the other 6 to 7-inch scaled lines. This is roughly a 6-inch scaled line. The Knights in particular are actually about 6.5 inches tall to the top of their helmets. So,
yeah, we did a lot of research on the size, and which of course research means we pulled out all of our toys and threw them on the table to play with for a little bit. But what we did, we took all the varied 6-inch figures that we had around, lined them up on the table, and went through and measured every single one to see pretty much what the average of all the figures is, because 6-inch scale is really, in many cases, not actually 6-inch scale. It's a little smaller, a little bigger, and most figures are coming in between 6 1/4 to 6.5 inch tall. Masters of the Universe are about 6 3/4, usually a little over. Star Wars Black seems to actually be right at the 6-inch, but you know, they're all over the place, and so we wanted to find the scale that fit with as many figures in fans' collections as we could.
Now, I remember when you guys were unsure if you should do 4-inch, 6-inch. You said at the time that you were looking at 4-inch, so you could do things like catapults and other large beasts and stuff like that. Is that still possible for the 6-inch scale?
Well, that's possible for the 6-inch scale. Yeah, you're absolutely right. When we first started, the original plan was to do 4-inch, and then we had so many people coming in and saying, we would love to have these in 6-inch. We want them in scale with Masters. We want them in scale with some of our other toy lines of that size, so we can mix and match these things. And after looking at it and getting an overwhelming response of people wanting 6-inch figures, and also the pricing, value that fans are going to get out of a 6-inch figure compared to what they would get for a 4-inch figure is going to be much greater, even though it's going to be tougher for us to produce some of the larger scale items like, say, a catapult or a dragon. That stuff's not out of the question, but when you get that, when you get a 6-inch, not if, but when you get a 6-inch scale dragon that's like 3 feet tall, you're going to be very, very happy that you got this line in 6 inches. Now, that's not to say it'll never be in 4-inch scale, just for right now, for both finance and just the way that fans responded when we were talking about doing them either or 4 or 6 inch, they're going to be 6-inch scale.
And that is the multi-scaled item is something that we are very committed to, because for us, it was a big appeal of this line going into it. We want that complete world of, we want to do figures smaller than this, like little goblins, smaller elves, gnomes, things like that, fairies. But we also want to do, you know, something like ogres that are maybe 9 inches tall, trolls that are 12 inches tall, giants that are 16 inches tall,
just
horses,
like Masters.
dragons. Exactly.
Dragons that are 36 inches tall.
And Masters proves it can be done, and a lot of it is, it's a matter of finding creative ways to do it. It might be where, okay, maybe we do catapults, but they're hand-casted, you know, handmade items, or they're 3D outputs or something like that. They're more kit. Or if we do a 12-inch troll, it's going to be a roto figure, where it's a vinyl. But that way we can keep the price reasonable. We can make a giant figure, and it may, you know, maybe slightly disposable, a little bit different than a, you know, highly articulated figure, but it's going to be that big on the shelf and that wide and that deep, and it's just, it's going to be awesome.
Speaking of articulation, we had a lot of questions on these figures. I mean, when you look at them on the shelves here, they're pretty nicely posed figures, but they do actually have a lot of articulation. For the most part, they have roughly 30 points of articulation. They have a ball and socket head, they have ball joint shoulders, they have ball joint elbows, they have a swivel at the top of the gloves, they have ball joint wrists, they have a ball and socket underrib, they have a swivel waist, they have...
It's a ball and socket at the waist.
It's just at the waist. Oh yeah, it's at the waist, right. And then...
Don't want to oversell it.
Right, sorry. And they have ball joint hips. Are they? Yeah, they're going to have the swivel thigh cut, ball joint knees, and ball joint ankles. So a lot of articulation in these figures,
and the ankle,
really well hidden.
And the ankle, it's ball jointed in a way where it has the forward and backward, and it has a very deep ankle. That was a big question that we got. So the poses with that ankle lock are phenomenal.
So let's talk about the Ravens for a couple of minutes. I see you guys are planning a second wave. I think you told me there are 12 students. Yes. Yeah. So what is Jan's expect with the next wave 2?
Okay. Well, first of all, we're wave 2. We're folding the birds into Mythic Legions. So they're going to be officially Mythic Legion figures on this wave. It's 12 figures. This guy back here, Ethron, the golden war eagle back here, is very deeply ingrained into the Mythic Legions mythology. So he's a pretty integral part of what's going on here. And the way that we did the 12 figures, it's broken up between 6 of the figures are repaints, and 6 of the figures have all new heads. So the repaints, we've got the Blue Phoenix here. We've got Malatar the Duck, which is a Minotaur the Duck repaint, Mallard format. We have the Rooster has been redone in a white rooster pattern, which has a very cool kind of Americana feel to it. We've got the Pelican's one of the repaints. White Owl, which is really cool, like kind of icy looking paint scheme on that.
Who's the green guy? The orange.
That's an Archaeopteryx. He's a dinosaur.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And he's one of
the Osprey is the Falcon repainted, and then the other new heads, the Ethron back here is a new head, the Macaw is a new head, like I said, the Archaeopteryx is a new head, Blue Jay, which is one of our really highly requested actually, at first we thought we were going to repaint the cardboard. We actually did repaint the cardboard into Blue Jay. It wasn't good enough. So
we looked at it, we're like, oh yeah, this is make the shirt painted. And then we held it up to images of actual Blue Jays. We're like, that's not it.
Yeah, we couldn't take our top request and you know, do a halfway job.
So you have pretty much around these people obviously love your stuff, you know. Besides, I think Boss Fight Studio, the Ray Packs, they made another 100,000 more than your Raven figures. But you guys are probably the most highly funded Kickstarter, second or two right now.
And definitely we're the first. Like that was because I mean that was the, you know, a lot of the trepidation going in when we did it is there had been several attempts and nothing had really worked up to that point. You know, some asking small goals, some asking big goals, and so we didn't know if it would work. But you know, at that point, the Ravens weren't going to happen without the help. And luckily, it went over the gangbusters.
All right, and wrapping up, what would you like to say to your fan base?
First of all, thanks for years and years of support. You know, we know that we've had hiccups and stuff along the way. We get to come into this industry and we get to work on properties that we grew up loving as kids. Not only that, we get to create our own properties. We get to come up with our own stuff and put it out as toys, and people like it. I mean, this job is a dream come true, and there's no way any of it would be possible if it weren't for you guys out there buying our stuff, supporting us, participating on our message boards and in these Kickstarter events. So more than anything else, thanks to all you guys. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really, I mean, we could sit around our studio and make this stuff for fun in our spare time for years and years if we wanted to, but it doesn't really amount to much. So without people enjoying it and supporting it, you know, it would never be seen, probably wouldn't be doing it after a while. So, you know, absolutely thank you so much for all the support, not only on our, you know, personal projects and our Kickstarters and things like that, but, you know, also on all the Masters of the Universe and DC lines that we've done over the years. Because, I mean, these lines they've been able to run for so long, and we've been able to do so many characters that we never thought we would get to. So, thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys.
Have them just mention the Kickstarter account. Give the Kickstarter name.
And so, if you guys want to check out the Mythic Legions Kickstarter, just go to Kickstarter and go search out Mythic Legions, and it'll be there. We really need your help. We need your support to get this thing done, and we appreciate everybody that's contributed to it so far. Go out there and continue to push this for us. Help us get the word out there, and thanks for helping us out.
That really is the big thing right now. Is we've got our backers that have come in and backed us so far. I mean, we've had tremendous support. We need more backers. So spreading the word is really the best thing that we can get going right now. So, you know, again, thank you to all of you who have supported us, and if you can, tell a friend.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you again.
Thank you very much.
And if you can't find the Kickstarter account, go to our site, toyhypeusa.com, and we'll have it posted on our link as well.
All right, thank you.
It's really just for you.